Hey YouTubers, here today we're going to see about trying to fix up this old golf cart. This is an old MELEX golf cart. I don't even know if they make these anymore. I think if they do make them anymore, it's called a club car, but I'm not sure. This thing goes back to the 70s or 80s, I don't know. I just acquired it. Anyway, something went out on this darn thing the other day. It popped. So I'm going to replace this if I can figure out this wiring on here. Anyway, let's check it out. Oh yes, this is a mess. Anybody want to work on this instead of me? That is what you call a controller here. And my rigging up here of tools, because someone didn't bring tools with him to this other area where he is now staying for a couple of months. Look at these rusty tools. That's what I got to work with. That's what was left here. So I'm going to see what I can do with that. Left all my other tools in my garage at home. So we're going to put another controller in here and hopefully we're not going to shock ourselves. Or what on earth is this? Lovely. Oh well, it's either do it myself or pay 150 bucks an hour for somebody to fix this mess. I think I'll do it myself. Alright, here we go. We're going to replace this darn motor controller on this golf cart. Still works really good, but the motor did go pop the other day. So anyway, I ordered one off of Amazon. And there's a new one. There's all your little terminals. Anyway, I hope this fits. It looks like it's pretty darn close. See, yeah, there it is. Anyway, we're going to replace this with that old rusty ugly looking thing there, and hopefully we're going to straighten up all these wires here, make it look a lot better and make this thing work. Anyway, I'm going to probably end up speeding it up here in a minute, and hopefully you won't just see nothing but my head, but this is going to be a fun little project. Okay, here, back in a little bit. Wow, that was fun. Well, if you noticed, when I was doing that, of course I had to have it in fast motion, but because that would be awfully boring, what I did was I took off all the terminals off of the old controller, and I put them on one by one just to make sure they're on correctly. And there's no marking at all on here that would indicate minus, positive, A1, A2, and B's and all that other stuff. There's nothing on here. So that's the reason why I'm basically taking a chance by putting those in the same spots as those. Pretty much, I don't think you're going to go wrong with that. It's kind of basic. Just kind of hard getting stuff done without the proper tools. Wish I had my tool set with me, but anyway, I don't. I have to work with what I got. So shortly here, we're gonna put this bracket here onto the controller with the bolts it came with, and then it just slides in. I don't know whether you can see or not, but it just slides into the old spot right in about here. It's kind of weird. I wish I'd have noticed that. Had a hard time getting that off of there, but all you do on this is basically loosen up this nut, which I'm going to have to put some WD-40 on that apparently. Bolt this onto the controller here first. I got 4 bolts or so right there. Make sure everything's snug, and then it just slides, believe it or not, just slides on in that little groove right there. And then you just tighten the nut down. So anyway, I might have it upside down. It might go like this. We'll see. I think it goes like this here. It's going to be upside down. One way or the other, it'll be in here like this. Here, it has to go into that slot. I'll figure it out when I line these holes up. It's either going to be that way or the other way. I guess we'll find out here in a minute. Probably should have taken a picture ahead of time, but it looks to me like that's where the controller was there. So was that sticking out? I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see here in a minute. Okay, I'll mess around with it here. Anyway, this all this wiring you see here, some of it's the key. This is the solenoid. This is the solenoid right in here. So when you turn the key on, it allows the throttle and all the other apparatuses to work. But in this case, this potentiometer doesn't work on this old one. So I rigged up something from an old weed whacker. You're going to love this a little bit later. This is just an old weed whacker potentiometer, speed controller, whatever you want to call it. I had it on here before. Worked fine for like 2 years. So until I get the other part in, I'm going to still use that. Since that wire back up, which that's that old white wire right there. And that's what these little prongs are on the new motor controller. They'll have to get hooked to those little prongs right in there. There's one of those 3 prongs, well, 2 of those 3 prongs actually. So anyway, we'll see that here in a minute. thanks everybody. This was a MELEX golf cart. Runs pretty good. It's back to working again. It's all rewired. Put a new controller on there. Had a little problems with the wires earlier, but just tracing them out and figuring out where they all go. But this is my first time putting one of those controllers in. So anyway, there you have it. It runs pretty good. I'm going to take it for a little spin here since it's done charging up. So thanks for viewing.